Hi there, Cami, coming to you from my kitchen. I'm about to make this very favorite smoothie, green drink I call it, and I got it from this book, Undo It by Dr. Ornish. Terrific book. Oh my gosh, such a good book. Dr. Ornish, thank you. So this is actually pineapple mint smoothie, pineapple mint green drink. As a yoga therapist, as someone who helps people overcome disordered eating and just like work with body image and all different kinds of things, I'm going to say a couple of little bits of information about incorporating green drinks or smoothies into your life. I'm also a plant-based person, and yeah, I can't say I'm 100% plant-based anymore, and I don't even want to say that anymore, especially after my work, like in eating disorders clinics and stuff. I try to let go of having a lot of food rules and do kind of an intuitive eating way. That's what I have found to really work well for me and for the people that I work with. And you can absolutely do that also as a plant-based person. I wrote a book about it called Plant-Based Eating Hacks. But this is about green drinks. So first of all, I used to have green drinks every day. But I let that go in the fall and winter months. And so now we've come into Minnesota springtime, and it's actually a lovely, oh, there's Mischief. It's actually a lovely time to have more cold things and raw things. So that's first point. And then that also comes from an Ayurveda perspective that we just sort of eat according to season and eat a variety of things. Another thing I want to say is that I literally just finished eating like this stew thing that I made with some lefse, which is a Norwegian potato bread, flatbread. So that's another point. Like, I would really say don't necessarily think that you have to make green drinks your whole diet or anything like that. I think it can fit into a well-rounded diet that includes a lot of cooked foods according to season and according to our needs. Now, another controversy. So I'm filming this in 2023. Another controversy that's come up is like, well, if you're like shredding up all of your food, then you're not chewing it and you're not gonna be able to, okay, yeah. Okay. Also, you know what? If it's good enough for Dr. Ornish, who's like literally reversed heart disease, it's good enough for me. And I do most of my eating by chewing. This is a really nice way for me to get what feels like a very abundant, wonderful amount of fruits and vegetables. So, am I saying that everybody has to have green drinks all the time? No. Am I saying that I think green drinks can be part of a very healthy, well-balanced food that includes a wide variety, lots of cooked food, lots of fresh food? Yes. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm including some things here that have become like controversial. Bananas have become controversial. I'm putting half a banana in my green drink. Some variations that you can do. Like, let's say you don't have a banana, you don't want a banana. You can put some avocado in there. You don't have to put anything thick in there. You can make this how you want it. Another thing that I often do with this recipe is I'll turn it into an ice cream. So rather than going for the consistency where it's something, I still have to kind of spoon it out. I'm going to be putting it in my huge, where did I put that? My huge Lemony Memes tumbler, and it'll probably be even too much for this. So it's a nice big amount, and I'll be like spooning it out of that. But you can also make this the consistency of an ice cream, and I think it's a terrific ice cream. I actually love it, and I might even eat it just like as the flavor it is, or I might not put the pineapple in and instead put cacao. Which, have you ever seen that Portlandia skit with the cacao? So like I can never say cacao without thinking about that and chuckling inside. So let's get to it. That's my whole thing. Those are all of my little disclaimers and retorts. And now I'm gonna make the smoothie. Oh, one more thing. You're gonna see that I'm using an expensive blender. These do work the best, in my opinion. But you can do this with a less expensive blender. It may not get as smooth. I did like a blender test off a long time ago. So it does not have to be this totally expensive one. But they do last for years and years and years. And I put mine through a lot of wear and tear. So let's get to it. It's pineapple and mint. Did you ever think of putting those together? Yeah, pineapple and mint. And then a whole bunch of other stuff that I wouldn't necessarily always get. So now let me try to figure out my camera angle here. Can you still see me? Kind of. Oh, it's kind of low. But it's going to be okay. So here's my blender. And then if you read my plant-based eating hacks book and my Cook Along with Cami, or listen to it, you'll know that I do kind of tend to just kind of throw things in. I don't measure. The recipe, it has like specific amounts. I just kind of throw in, and I've been eating this way for many years, so I just kind of, I have success most of the time. Although the stew that I told you about that I just ate really was not good. We're still eating it because it's like, good nutrition. Hashtag don't waste food. And the bare bones of it are good, and the consistency is okay. But I had gotten this new spice mix from Penzies, which is amazing. This is mint. So that was just a little bit of orange. This is mint leaves that I've already washed. It's, what's it called? Corned beef spice. So I've had like really good luck using like breakfast sausage spice and other kinds of very savory type sounding spice mixes that you would normally put on meat, and I find it incredibly satisfying, and I can just put it on like sweet potato, beans, whatever I'm making, tofu, really whatever I'm making, a baked potato. And to me, it's the texture and the flavor. Okay, these are collard greens. I usually cook my collard greens, but these are going to be raw just because they're going in the smoothie. I'm not going to have tons of them in here, so it's just a couple of collard green leaves. So I thought, you know what? I like corned beef. I don't like the beef part. It grosses me out, makes me feel sad, but I sure like the flavor. I could put it on beets. Like, I could really make some yummy things with this. So now I have a lemon and a lime that I'm going to put in. I don't think any of this is in the recipe yet. But hi, Mischief. Mischief likes to be on camera. She's 17 now. You guys, she's 17. Anyway, so the spices are gorgeous. So Penzies corned beef spice mix. I'll show it to you. It's not part, see this one, corned beef spice mix. But you see how it's whole? They're like leaves and stems, and yeah, you're supposed to grind it. So even though my overall cooking method tends to not be super fussy, but I do have certain techniques that I have honed over the years, and those are in that Cook Along with Cami book. But it turns out you really do need to grind whole clove. So I'll like bite into some whole clove or anise or allspice or whatever it is. Okay, so now I'm just squeezing the lime, and what I did is I put it in upside down. So normally we would put it in like that, the wider part on top, the narrower part at the bottom. That's like the intuitive way of doing it, but watch this. If you put it in upside down, you get more juice out. So I'm squeezing lime. Hi, Mischief. And then I'm gonna save these bits to make a simmer pot. And I have a little, I guess they're called shorts now, a little something showing how to make a simmer pot. So you can, I'll try to remember to link it, or you can just look for it. Okay, so now we're gonna finally get to the recipe part. Lemon, lime, orange, collard, and mint are in there. And now we're gonna get, hi Mischief. So frozen pineapple. This is why I'm filming today also. It's Mother's Day. I wasn't gonna do any work today, but I'm filming because I'm about to run out of my pineapple here. I like to just get it the frozen kind. So some pineapple, and again, they have a measurement. It might even be his wife, Ann Ornish, who does the recipes. I'm not sure. But anyway, okay, and then this is just some chopped kale. I buy it in the produce section, and then I just stick it in the freezer. And the package says that it's triple wash, so I'm just gonna be fine with that. When I'm having greens, which is at least once a day, try to have it 3 times a day, I try to get at least 2 kinds of greens. So in this one I have the whole leaf mint, collard, and kale, so that's 3 kinds. Those are some wild blueberries. And then, as we have bananas in the house, I usually put one aside and let it get really, really ripe, and then I freeze it so that I can use it and stuff like this. So this is a half of a banana. I think that might be a whole banana. I did not put that in any particular order, as you see. I just threw it in there, and it turns out fine. Now this next part's going to be really, really loud, so I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be so loud. That's the worst part about these blenders. I think I'll talk you through it because I'm just kind of barely learning how to edit, and I don't really know how to edit out the sound on this part. So I'm just going to talk you through. You start low. So on this blender, we're going to start here. Well, you put the cap on and the little wand thingy, and then you start low. This doesn't have any liquid in it yet. So if you were going to make an ice cream, you would kind of have very little liquid, and maybe the liquid you would put in, for me, I would put in some soy milk for the liquid. For this one, this is a little secret that I do, is I put in some fizzy water. It makes it really nice. So I'm going to pour a little water in there just so it doesn't seize up. Start it on very, very low. As it gets going, I'll gradually turn the knob up, really get it very macerated, very, like no bits at all. And then I'll pour it into the cup. I'll be pouring it into this, and then I'll eat it with my spoon. When I'm better at doing all this, I'll be able to like edit out sound. I'm not there yet. So I'm gonna go now. And then I think I can do footage of me eating it at the end and tack them together. I do know how to do that. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, now we did that. Here it is all done. I was going like this while it was cooking. Blending. Now I'm gonna pour it in to my big cup. It's very gloppy, usually, but it's yummy. And then, here we go. We just put it in. Sometimes it's more than the cup. Sometimes it's just about the amount of the cup. Yeah, this one's a little more. So I'll just take another little glass here. So pineapple mint is the flavor, and then the other stuff just kind of gives it body, you know, maybe a little flavor. That citrus will give it a little bit of flavor, but it's going to mostly taste like pineapple and mint. And then I'm just also getting my greens. Here we go. Oh, that's really good. I totally spilled, so I'm going to clean that up. But from the book UndoIT, pineapple mint smoothie. Bye. Having my It's really good. Really good. So fresh, so minty, so cold.